everybody. My name's Chris. I'm the owner of South Prong Timber LLC, here located in Swainsboro, Georgia. We're a pine crew. I kind of oversee things to a certain point. The crew mainly does all the work. I help out and fill in from time to time when they need me. And also, a lot of times I have to come out here and get greasy and turn wrenches on stuff when stuff breaks down. But today we're going to try to let everybody meet the crew. Most of the crew anyway. We may miss out on a few people, but we'll try to get everybody introduced in the first or second episode and kind of show what they do and what their role is with South Prong Timber. Good morning, everyone. We're here on the Stewart track, about 3 miles north of Twin City, Georgia. We're on a salt. This is a salt timber track. We're actually about to finish up this brow here. You can see not much left. Most of the top's laying out there. We got to get up. We're trying to finish this one and move on to the next brow a little bit further down the woods road. But this morning I want to kind of give you a little history of South Prong Timber, where it started, how it started, and what it's come to now. Where it's come to. So South Prong Timber started probably about 6 years ago. We started out with I believe it was a used Tiger Cat cutter, a used Tiger Cat skidder, and a John Deere loader. I believe that's what it was. Of course, starting out in this business is pretty tough. So you can't jump right out and buy new equipment and just go to work. So we worked on the equipment about as much as it worked on us. And we eventually kept working at it, kept building a little bit, and finally got to where we could buy a little bit newer stuff and process into today what we are now. South Prong Timber is a clear-cut crew, predominantly salt timber, stripping saw. We do a few second thinnings, not a whole lot, but we do a few. Mainly pine, hill pine. We're a hill pine crew. We have moved into it now to a 5 or 6 man crew with 2 loaders, 2 tractor skidders, and 1 cutter. A lot of people use it, they separate it as 2 crews, but I've seen it work better for my operation personally as what they call a super crew, where you have 2 loaders on the same track. My 2 loaders stay on the same track at all times unless we're finishing a track. We leave 1 loader behind for maybe a half a day or a day to kind of clean up while the other loader moves on to start processing wood for the next track. Other than that, we never separate our crew. It just seemed to work better for us, South Prong Timber anyway. And as you can see in the distance, both loaders are separated. Some logging crews, when they run 2 loaders, they back them back to back. Well, we have tried that. One loader man might have a different style of loading than the other loader man. He might, it just seems to work better to have them separated, in my case, where one loader man can do his thing and the other loader man can do his thing, and we're actually loading 2 trucks at one time. Instead of 1 truck sitting, we're loading 1 truck. It just seems to help production with our business anyway. But as I said, this is where South Prong Timber's come to in 2021. I don't really foresee us growing any more than what we are. I don't see the need to grow anymore. I think we're running about 8 trucks. The crew averages, it's all according to the mills, the weather, and the track, but the crew averages anywhere from probably 17, 18 loads a day to 25 loads a day. And that's enough to sustain our crew.
Hey, my name is Wayne Mercer. I work for South Prong Timber. I'm a truck driver. I've been here about 5.5 years. I like hauling. I like working with Prong Timber. It's a good company to work for. We hauling shipping saw right now. We moving over to Putwood. We about through with this little block right here. We got another block right down the street, but it's a good company to work for.
From day to day, it's like what usually goes wrong?
Well, breakdowns.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that,
Pretty good.
you know, I mean, overall, we stay busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, we stay busy. But usually when the breakdown, the trucks, we already be gone.
Right.
Right, you know, but.
How often y'all get stuck?
Depending on where we at.
Yeah.
Say, like sand beds and stuff like that. But basically, they keep the roads clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tractors keep the roads clean.
I'm Matt Edenfield. I work for South Prong Timber. I'm a loader man. Right now I'm loading a load of pulpwood. I'm going to grade this wood out, pick the worst stuff out, send it for pulpwood, and put the bigger stuff over here, the chipping saw and saw logs over here on this side, load my top in with this load, and that's about it.
Well, this morning on the way to the woods, I get a phone call from Jed. Jed blows the main hydraulic line on the 559C on one of the other loaders. We had to undertake repairing that line. It takes a little time, but you know, it's August. It's 1st of August here in Georgia. It's hot, and when these hydraulic lines get a little age on them, the hot weather, they love to blow. And even the same thing when it gets cold weather. When it gets real cold, same difference. They get brittle and they blow. But we're probably down about 2.5 hours by the time we took the hose off. Got the hose off, went to S&N Auto Parts there in Swainsboro. Good place to go. We do business there. We get most of our hydraulic lines made there, unless we're way out of town. But they're real fast. Always do a good job. We brought it back, put it on, and had to put about 10 or 15 gallons of hydraulic oil back in it. And he's back over there now. He's working up tops, so maybe we can get moved off of this brow and get to the next brow. Dale's down the road cutting out for us. 200 degrees when the machine's been in full operation for hours, so they'll run high temperatures. And you know, you're in a cab, most of the time it's not going to blow and it's not going to get on you, but even when you're taking them apart, hydraulic oil will come out and this, that, and the other, and it'll burn you. You got to be careful. It won't just blister you, it'll really burn you. So sometimes we have to wait for the machine to cool down a little bit, especially if it's one overhead or, you know, or something like that. But a lot of times when they blow, all the pressure's gone off of it, so all they do is kind of run. But it will. It's dangerous.
Yeah. And when they blow, how long does it take for like those 15 gallons that you put in just to completely evaporate?
It just, I mean, usually these high pressure lines, I mean, you lock 3,000 PSI. I mean, when it blows, it'll dump 10 gallons of oil, I mean, in a blink of an eye, pumping that much fluid. And I mean, by the time you get the machine shut off, you've done emptied 10 gallons of oil out of the machine. So then you got to go into the process of trying to clean up the oil and repair the line. It's a long process, and then your downtime. Then when I got here this morning, I think we had 5 trucks sitting in line empty, going to one loader because the other loader was down. So it slows down production, and then kind of the day rolls into a slower day. But luckily, like I said, we wasn't down but maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe, and we're back up and running, and the trucks are flowing now, so switch, and it sucks it up in the tank, which is it's a lifesaver than trying to tote hydraulic oil to a machine. This might be, like on a loader, it's probably, to the top of that loader is probably 15 foot high. It's a 5-gallon bucket up there to put in it.
Yeah.
So
40-pound bucket of fluid.
Yeah, right. So it's, you know, it's a lot more convenient and a lot safer. You know, that's the biggest thing with this logging operation is, you know, there's a lot of moving parts out here. and everybody's been out here and is experienced and know, they know each one of the position and know the danger zones. But it's a very dangerous profession. But everybody's really self-conscious about safety. Hey, I'm Jed Davis. I run the crew for South Prong Timber for Chris Jukes. We cut for Grandy Creek. We on this track here, we're cleaning up a little bit of tops and a little bit of hardwood where we move to the next block. It was all a woods run track. I mean, great wood. They keep us in great wood. I mean, it's a blended, mixed blend, 6-inch top, minimum 10-inch butt. I mean, can't ask for no better company to cut wood for. But we stay going pretty strong. 100 loads a week, pretty much every week. And that's what we're here for.
I'm Eric McKee. I work for South Prong Timber. I run a skidder. It's a 525C Caterpillar. I'm feeding 2 loaders today since the other skidder out here. I go out there and pick the wood that the cutter cuts down in piles and pick it up and drag it up here. I push and clean it out for the trucks and push the dock out and make sure everything keeps rolling.